Welcome to the Mystic Syndicate's A Princess of Celene, a Dungeons & Dragons custom content podcast.
For those people who were with us at the beginning, now we're back. Okay, so just a real quick recap. Okay, we're on episode 40. We had some trouble with the Streamlabs, so don't worry, you didn't miss anything. Everything's cool. The players have already did their introductions. Sorry if you are missing that. I mean, they're all here. Everybody's here. So. They had rescued the egg for Aryvistarax. They are now on their way back to Paradin to deliver the egg. Now, the person who actually has the egg in their possession is Sir Tomas. So, yes. So, well, as you leave the smoldering ruins of the tavern / hideout of Lothar, the barbarian king, you take off into the sky and start to make your way back to the east. Okay. So remember, I think yep.
Yeah, I'm going to encourage my griffin to fly faster.
Okay. Okay, cool. Give me an animal handling check.
Yeah, he doesn't fly any faster.
Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't really care about what you want.
You see that? He's trying to ride flat, go faster than you.
So,
and I believe Pav has set up the alarm. So,
Pav has set up the what?
He set off the alarm.
Oh, he set off the alarm. Oh, okay, fine. Alrighty, so yeah, you all are able to now. I'm trying to remember exactly the amount of time that I told you it was going to take. I thought it was it like a 4 hour?
I believe it was a 4 hour.
I think it was
with the wind with us or wind against us.
Well, this time at least you have the wind with you, so it will cut down, but you will have to do a little bit of climbing to get over the mountains to Paradin itself. So it will shave off probably about 20 minutes of time because you do have a tailwind, which is nice. That's pretty good stuff.
I'm going to keep my eyes out looking for anyone coming around and sneaking up on us, all that, right?
Okay. Fine. Probably once you're in about your second hour of flight, I need everybody to make a perception check. Ooh, Timble. Nice. 25. That's good. Kelex.
Oh, Yarn.
Ooh, wow.
Yarn.
Okay, both Yarn and Timble are definitely
afraid of falling,
keeping their eyes on the skies. All right, awesome.
Grenna, Kiffi, good Lord.
Wow, Grenna and Kiffi. Wow, okay, so yeah, really about the only person. Okay, what was that? What was the one for?
For some reason,
just for fun.
No, Beyond wasn't accepting my perception roll, so I just I just threw a 20 to speed it up, and I rolled a 1.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, that works too. Okay, so all those people who got at least a 16 or higher, this thing isn't too easy to miss. But off in the distance to the south, which you are kind of thinking is
Behind us?
more towards, well, actually, it's more toward the southeast. You see a very large shape flying almost about the same altitude as yourselves. It looks to be of dragon kind, but it is giant. I mean, this thing is from your vantage point, you're probably looking that you're several miles away. So
What the color is it?
it looks to be black.
Fudge.
Well, damn.
It does not seem to have noticed you all, though.
Dive, dive, dive.
Evasive maneuvers.
No,
Okay,
I don't notice shit. I'm flying along.
How much cloud cover is
Message
there?
to
Keep an eye
Tomas.
on Tomas.
Message to Tomas. Black dragon ahead. Dive, son of a bitch.
So it's not directly ahead of you, so that's a good thing. It is off to the south east of you.
Which way are we flying?
You guys are heading east, and it looks like
Almost due east.
and it looks like it's traveling in the same direction as you, but like I said, it is several miles away. So it's and it obviously has not detected you in any way, shape, or form. But
Has Tomas and Kelex been alerted yet?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Did Yarn actually send out a message to Tomas? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so what are you guys doing? Are you guys going? Somebody asked about cloud cover.
Thank you.
Okay, at this point in time, you don't really have a lot of cloud cover. You do have a tailwind, and this is like a dry wind that is coming off the deserts from
Okay.
to the west of you. So you don't really have. Now, once you get over the mountains themselves, then you are going to get a lot of more cloud cover on the eastern side. You
I will maneuver.
have a lot of uplift.
I want to maneuver over by Squire Tomas
Okay.
and show him what's over there,
Okay.
kind of point so that he knows the direction. When I see that he sees what it is, I will then head towards Kelex.
Okay. Cool.
For the record, Brian,
Yeah.
when he comes over and yells Squire Tomas, I ignore him. He didn't use my proper title.
Okay. He did. He didn't use.
Start untying the bag.
He didn't. He didn't use your pronouns.
I'm gaining altitude and I'm untying the bag.
So, Brian, when I see the dragon in relative size, because we had an ancient brass
Yes.
versus, is this like an ancient black?
No, you're thinking this is probably going to be maybe a more of a great worm. This is a very ancient. Yeah, it would be a great worm. This thing's pretty extreme. Yes, Kelex.
So as soon as Timble alerts Kelex,
Okay.
Kelex is going to use the device to let Aryvistarax know that we are being followed by a black dragon.
Okay.
Large black.
Now remember, you're not actually being followed. You're kind of tailing it.
Oh, it's in front of us. Okay.
Yeah, it's in
Sorry.
front of you and far to the south and east. So it's
Okay.
you're kind of like in a blind spot. Yeah, as its wings beat up and down, and of course you guys are a lot smaller than it, and also with the background curvature of the planet itself, also is kind of hiding you. So
And you're saying
that's
it's
kinda-
heading in kind of the same direction.
kind of the same direction, but it's more southernly. So it's actually getting, as it gets further away from you, it's getting smaller. So you think it's
Okay.
actually heading in a complete. It is heading to the east, but it's heading southeast. Where you're
I'll just
heading
tell
due east.
Aryvistarax that there's a black dragon in the area heading in that direction. It hasn't seen us.
Okay. So I'm trying to remember. I think this is one of those things that she can communicate back and forth with you.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it is. I think it's a two-way. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So just a couple of, just within probably about 15 yeah, probably within about 15 seconds of you alerting her to the presence, she immediately says, I believe I know who that is.
Is it Daddy?
I would certainly hope so.
No. She said, "Yeah, of course, you're probably thinking most dragons know about other dragons. It's there's not really a lot of them, but the ones that are around are pretty scary. I mean, even Aryvistarax herself can be pretty scary. I mean, you've seen what she can do, but a great worm is pretty terrifying in general." And then she says that will, of course, be Heironious. And I will spell that out for you. And I'll put it also in the NPC sheet.
If we kill it, we won't need to know it, will we?
Okay. I put it in the roll. I put it in Roll20 chat, so you guys will know how to spell it.
I don't think we're doing that today, Ed.
You want to do that today, Ed?
You seem to have a lot of illusions of grandeur.
Have you met me?
There you go. Okay, so probably within about another 20 to 30 minutes, you actually lose sight of the dragon itself, and you start to start climbing the mountain. Your griffins start beating their wings a little bit faster so that they can start making their way over the mountains. So now you're cruising above the mountaintops themselves. You can see they're snow-capped. Every once in a while, you see that there are beings below you, very large beings, what you can only imagine are mountain giants and of the like. They don't really take any notice of you whatsoever. You're still way too high up, and with the wind being just kind of whipping around, throwing the snow.
Timble, it's back!
I have it saved for someone.
Okay.
Someone special. Okay. So finally you arrive at the entrance to Aryvistarax's cave. And as you all touch down, the griffins kind of circle amongst themselves and actually make their way a little bit into the cave itself to protect them from the elements. And you all start to make your way into the cavern, which will eventually take you to the lair of the dragon herself. Okay. So it only takes like about 5 to 8 minutes to actually make that trek. And and you finally walk into the lair of Aryvistarax. Aryvistarax is there. She is in her dragon form. And as soon as you step out of the gloominess, she actually has torches and things lit around the room. She was obviously expecting you, being that Kelex had radioed ahead to let her know that you all were definitely en route, and that you had seen Heironious. So, as you make your way in, she raises her head from the bed of gold beneath her, and she says, "Welcome back. I see that you have arrived without detection from the dragon. Excellent work. She
Do we know that?
About what?
That we arrived without detection of the dragon.
Well, she
We know that
assumes so because you would be dead if he did detect you.
Well, he might also be old enough to be cagey and watch where we're going.
Well, that's probably true too, but you did not see him. And you definitely, you kind of feel that he...
We did see some giants.
Yes. And she says, "Oh yes, we definitely have giants here in the mountains." She looks and says, "So, were you successful?"
And burning down the building? Yep.
Squire Tomas has something for you.
Yeah. So she immediately swings her head around to land her gaze upon you, Sir Tomas. And she says, "Well, that is wonderful. So,
I'm just standing there.
You're not going to do this, are you?
I'm not going to announce you. Get off your...
use his pronouns."
We're all friends here. There's no titles.
You know, if you go up in flames, I'm just going to roast marshmallows.
Remember, his pronoun is sir. Sir.
Sure.
It's sir.
Tomas said, "You're lucky." I said it to her.
She says, "And so, and how so, Sir Thomas? Tomas, sorry."
"You killed my squire, and someday there will be a reckoning."
And so with that, you see her head just comes down closer to you, and she says, "Interesting, very interesting that you would place the blame on me when you were the one who placed that young girl in harm's way."
Yes, I did. She has to learn.
Oh.
Funny, you placed your egg in harm's way and allowed somebody to take it.
Oh, really? It was sitting here in my lair.
Where were you? Working 2 jobs? Trying to bring home money? Look at you sitting on a pile of gold. You could have hired some of those giants down there to protect your egg. But instead, you're gallivanting.
Oh, really?
But I get it.
So immediately, her head immediately swings around to you, Kelex, and he says, "So, Sir Kelex, so I guess this is how we're going to be finishing our business together?"
No.
Eat him.
We are not going to. No.
I said you're lucky because the flight, I realized that I learned a lot from Shirley. And she was a great knight in her own way. And I made a promise to bring you this egg. I could have broken it. Called the deal even. But instead, I'm going to make a proposal. We have unfinished business. You haven't ended your bargain. I'm fulfilling mine as my morals require me to, and my oath as a knight. My bargain is I'm going to give you a place to hide your dragon while we go finish this war. In Marydale is a tavern. There's an underground complex. I propose we give your hatchling that as a lair. And the people of Marydale will take care of your dragon as it rises up and grows and has a built-in community to support it. Because that's what Shirley would have wanted. And surely I don't jest.
I don't remember this being a part of the bargain. My bargain to you was that you retrieve my egg, I stop the attacks, and I join your side to wreak havoc upon your enemies.
I'm willing to do that. I'm proposing a safe haven. I'm giving you the egg, and at that, I scooch the box over roughly halfway between her and me. And I'm like, but I'm also realize if this is the last brass dragon in Orith, then it must be protected as well, in case something bad does happen. And I'm pledging my life to protect that brass dragon.
And so you believe this community is going to be strong enough to be able to protect my child?
Well, after this war, that's where I plan on retiring. And I personally will protect your child.
Well,
if you don't want that idea, I'm just giving you a safe haven because obviously you couldn't protect your child. We're trying to help.
And still, you insult me.
Yeah, that's how I roll.
I mean, you can actually see like her eyes are just like fire at this point in time.
Let me propose something a bit of middle ground. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
Look at the freaking roll 20.
Okay. Oh shit! What's going on? Oh, sorry. I was so wrapped up in the role playing here. I didn't get to see what happened here. Let's get the discontinue. Oh, okay. I'm actually catching up on like a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I got hung up on the as opposed to a BBC, but that's a whole different kind.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what is that? Wait, what? Gravity is a heartless niche. Okay, just
I'm not taking the dragon. In fact, I've got it. It's right in front of me.
Oh Lord.
I'm just saying, she and I need to bury the hatchet, and I would do this for Shirley, not her. And the only reason I did this was Shirley.
Yes, but you're going to bury the hatchet in us.
Well, hopefully at some point the dragon, but didn't say that.
I have a question. How much longer is the ingestation of your egg?
She says most likely within the next 2 weeks. But I was hoping to talk with you with the possibility that it may be safer at the base of the life tree in Instead.
That's exactly where they'll look. They've already been there. We've had it. Nobody's going to figure out Marydale. It's out in the middle of nowhere. It's got a underground lair. The people that are there, I'm saying that is a safe place for your dragon.
The only concern I have with that is we know there's a certain individual knows that we've been in Marydale, and
but they don't know we've been back. They don't know we've been back. We've been traipsing across the world since then. The only person that kind of knows is my wife, and my wife is the mayor of that town.
I completely forgot.
What'd you say?
For that woman, she's probably so glad he's gone.
Anyway, Brian.
Welcome to my marriage history, okay? Hey, you've gone for a while. This is awesome. It's awesome that it's gone.
Brian, roll 20. I'm not kidding.
Okay.
I keep looking at roll 20. I don't see anything but what Grenna put.
Yeah, I think these are all whispers. I think they're whispers. Check.
Go back to the top.
Okay. Now, so go back to the top, and it's from you. Okay. I see. Yes, I see. Thank you. Okay.
And Brian, if she tries any sense motive or read my mind, I am being honest. I'm swearing to protect her child. I'm not wanting to hurt her child. I'm saying it strictly because we got to bury this hatchet for the greater good of the world.
I will say this, that Marydale actually might not be that bad of a place. However, there are greater threats. There's movement by hands that we do not know. And we do know that that hand has gone through Marydale. As they have gone.
What I was getting at. Thank you, Timble.
As they have gone through Bissell. as they seem to have gone through the Elven kingdoms. Apparently, there is something greater at work here.
Well, that's why I'm looking at Aryvistarax saying, and we can put a stop to this greater evil, and then the world's a better place.
I don't think
both raise families.
I'm going to turn to you and say, I don't think she has enough ass to stop this threat. I think it's greater than we have any idea of.
How long will it be before your youngling, after it's hatched, is able to protect itself?
Why?
That may actually be.
Yeah, I'm asking the dragon, not Timble. What's that?
No. When you say that, I'm going to say or fly.
Oh, fly. Okay. I thought you said why.
No.
What if you kind of meet in the middle? You're offering protection, Lord Tomas.
Well, now wait a minute. He just promoted me.
You're offering protection.
He promoted me to Lord. Just for the record, he has that authority. I am now a Lord. Please address me appropriately.
When you're addressing me appropriately, you might have that reciprocated.
We created a sect of knights.
I call you dumbass all the time.
It's a Whitney.
For what?
What if we created a group of knights that would be, its sole purpose is to protect the egg, the hatchling, until it's grown while you are away. And maybe Lord Tomas can be maybe the Lord Protector of that group.
Oh God.
Oh. And I can make these lances? Yeah.
I mean, there wouldn't be enough group to where, they're not here constantly. There would be, we might be able to talk with the elves, have some griffins to be able to, change out the guard, as you say.
You'll make it look good.
Okay, so as you all are talking, Yarn has positioned himself behind Tomas, goes in for to make a grab, fails miserably, but as he does so, he tumbles forward, literally sticking this awesome Olympic style landing right in front of the dragon. So it's kind of really weird. He kind of grabs, but then doesn't do anything with it, but then just somersaults over him and sticks this landing it's like, ta-da!
Am I now between...
You're now between Tomas and the dragon.
How about, am I between Tomas and the egg?
Yes, you are. Yeah, because, yes.
Grab the egg?
Okay.
No, that's your action. That's your action.
Yeah, but you're surprised.
No.
yeah.
That would, you dumbasses.
That would be true. Because nobody saw this coming at all, especially the dungeon master. It's like, what? Got to say, that natural one, that was beautiful. That was perfect. That was perfect. That was hilarious. As soon as you rolled it, I'm going, oh no.
Well, I could have said look, but I didn't.
Yeah, but then you stuck the landing with that 17, and I'm like, oh, I got to make this look awesome. Okay, so, oh my gosh, that's too funny. All right. So
what's the start? What's the scene, Brian?
Okay, so I got Yarn between you and the dragon egg and the dragon. Are we rolling initiative? I mean, it sounds like you guys want to do something.
Well, I'm not causing damage to him.
No, you didn't cause any damage whatsoever. Yeah, I mean, there was no actual, like, really an attack. It was mostly, like, just a positioning move.
I just used him as a lever.
Okay, so what we're going to do is this. I'm going to have both of you guys roll initiative. Whoever gets the highest will get to move next, because this would be considered like the next round. Because you don't get one. Okay, so Tomas, what are you doing? Luck? Oh, okay.
That's 2 1s in a row.
Damn, how does that happen? Okay.
Because he's a shitty wizard.
Oh, okay. Okay, did you use up all your lucks?
No, I have 2 more.
Oh, shit.
So.
Oh, God. After all that bouncing in the air, yeah, it does a number on the bowels, yeah.
Well, let me try one more luck.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, so you used your lucks that you wanted to use.
We'll have one.
Tomas, what are you doing in response to this?
So he moves by, and I look at the dragon. I don't even pay attention to Yarn. And I say, I can cast Shatter right now, and I'm pretty sure your dragon egg will be destroyed inside the box. I'm not trying to pick a fight. I'm trying to work through a negotiation that we bury the hatchet, but you have to admit, we are trying to work with you.
Who's this we, white man? I'm not with you.
Your mouth is moving, but it's not moving for me.
Brian, look to your left.
Oh, okay.
I didn't finish my action yet.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking is a free action.
Okay.
And at that, Tomas walks over and slides the box even closer to the dragon.
Okay. So Aryvistarax looks down at you and says, for someone who is trying to convince me, it really, your diplomacy skill is so alien to me, because you come here and you say these things to me, but then of course you also levy the possibility that you could use a spell to destroy my only child. Like I want to trust you so much less when you say these things to me.
Actually, that threat is more to the party that's standing here trying to. I didn't coerce him. He did that on his own. I'm just letting everybody know I can destroy this egg immediately, either with Shatter or some other spell. I'm not doing it.
And you will not leave this cave alive.
Yep.
What's that?
You will not leave this cave alive. Yeah, I think we can safely say that you'll not draw breath on this world again.
That's okay. Because, out of character, way back, when Shirley died, I rolled a natural 1 on how I was like, I'm just going to throw a dice to see how I react. I rolled a 1 on like a wisdom save. I was like, fuck, I'm pissed at this dragon. So I'm playing out that I am want to kill this dragon more than anything. But I also realize my morals are turning me against that. And I realize it's not 100% her fault. She's at fault just like we're at fault for attack. So I'm kind of going through a role-playing struggle. Because originally my plan was to come here and really fucking wreak havoc. But I figured in 4 hours of flying, actually just having made this drive from Connecticut, I'm like, man, I could think about a bunch of crazy shit while I'm driving. You know what I mean? Flying, I'm like, the smart move here is negotiate with her, get the dragon, because she lost this egg. If she brings it back here, she's going to lose it again. They know where it's at. Let's put it to a place where nobody knows where it's at. Nobody knows where this dragon is. Merrydale's the last place they would expect. Hands down. Almost nobody knows we're tied to Merrydale for one thing or another, except Toby.
Okay.
And Toby really doesn't even know me. So
I don't
That's
care.
fine.
It's not about just you, Ed. I mean, or Tomas. You know, it's about the group. You know, they know. He knows
right.
that we've been
Right.
there.
Yeah, they know we've been there, but that's okay. We're not going. They're probably like, "Fuck, man, those guys
We
never been back."
own in there, so why wouldn't we go back there? That's the only property that any of us own.
Well, we've never been back, so it's a
Yet. It's
someday.
been less than a year.
Well, the fact is you're speaking for all of us.
No,
and
I'm
then
speaking as
insulting her, insulting us.
I've not insulted anyone except
Bullshit.
Russ.
Shit!
I said except Russ.
My Kelex's offer still stands. If anybody heard it, unless I was muted.
Nah, we heard it.
I didn't hear it. Pat. What was it?
The
Not you, Ed. Pat.
no, he made an offer to her.
I
I
didn't
made
hear
an
it.
offer if that, you know, and to kind of meet in the middle with what Sir Tomas is asking.
Lord Tomas.
That Lord Tomas, sorry, Squire Tomas, Lord Tomas, Lord Squire Tomas,
Don't I have to
No.
sign up on that paperwork?
and to offer the dragon a means of protecting the egg, creating a sect of knights that Lord Tomas could probably, you know, lead. You know, that they would protect the dragon's egg while she was away.
Hey,
You
Pat,
know, we would, you know, we have griffins. We could always ask the elves to, you know, to help us, and you know, doing a change of guard every so often. You know,
guys. Okay. Back in character. Give the fucking dragon her egg, and
I'm
let's
not
get out of
stopping.
here.
I haven't stopped her once. I actually put it out on the floor. Russ, you're the one that jumped out there. I actually
He has-
just closer so that there were no friendly fire accidents.
He
either
has-
way, if she does not, if you do not accept this offer, that's fine. You still get the egg. It was the part of the deal.
Yep. I'm adhering to my out of character alignment of chaotic neutral-ish.
We should leave now.
lady,
Out the lair, get on our griffins, and go back to wherever Reagan is.
lady,
So you're,
lady, Aryvistarax.
yes.
It pains me to say this, but as you can tell, he does have this whole thing about his oaths and such. He is an asshole, no question. But it's an asshole that you could want really standing between the egg and anything. I mean, there is that. I won't take that away from him. But I certainly understand that you may be reticent to do anything with him. I'm kind of feeling that way right now. But I think I can say that I would certainly be with Sir Kelex in that if there is something we can do to help you protect your child, I am very much for that. I would hate to see your kind leave this world. But ultimately, it is up to you. We've done you, I think, good service. We've returned the egg quite timely. I'll just leave that with you. And I don't know that I'm quite so willing to run out just now. I would like to, if possible, grab some of our payments so that we can, well, so that I can turn it over to Bissell to pay war debts at this point. We are racking them up, well, daily.
With that, you see that just very quickly, you see this shimmer come around the dragon itself, and very quickly she takes on her human form and says, she says, Lord Timble, it is, I do appreciate what you are doing. I do appreciate what all of you have done in my service. I do understand how important it is. Sir Tomas, I do also understand.
Excuse me, Lord Tomas.
She just kind of looks at you and says, okay.
Him and do us all a
Lord
favor.
Tomas says, I do understand of your desire for revenge for your squire. I do understand. And I am sorry that had to happen. I do understand that you are also trying to help me. I do, all of you. Of course, everything you see in this room is yours to do as you see fit. I hope that
Including the egg?
Excuse me, no. She just looks at you puzzled, like, how?
Oh, okay.
She just doesn't know how to react to you.
Well, here's the problem. Well, that's actually it all goes back to when she was talking to Pav, and she said, "I'll let you kill me right now," and I'm like, "Man, let's do it. Kill her right now." I would have had my revenge right then if she would have said that to me. And I'm like, man, she offered it to him, but she was bluffing. That's honestly what my character thinks, is that she was bluffing. She would have fucking vaped him in a heartbeat. So I'm playing that she can't be trusted either. So.
Okay. So she
Wow.
says.
The twists and turns of your brain are amazing.
I will,
Downright scary.
I will call you Lord in one aspect. You are the Lord Rationalist.
Lord Rationalist. So she says, so I would like that if it would be possible that you find maybe a place for my child. That is fine.
Pellic?
I don't think Pellic would probably be the best place.
It's been destroyed once.
Master Dwarf.
Honestly,
Obviously, the mountains would be a good place for the egg to be protected. Would the dwarves be willing?
guys, I'm going to go with the elves on this one.
Yeah, I think the elves are a good call, but
I don't like the elves. I mean, I'm actually prejudiced against the elves, but I think at this point, for this particular application, I think they are the best choice available. Because
there's
of that
one other place.
And the druids would take very good care of it.
No. We could take it to my father in the yeomanry.
Oh, I can't see that going wrong, considering how well you like with your family.
I do think that perhaps the elves is perhaps the best option. But I would also say that since we do, it's us, it's probably going to be fairly well known that it was us, that perhaps we create a second egg and take it to Pellic as a distraction.
Yeah, but we'd need somebody that can do good forgeries, and we don't know anybody that can do any.
And I think we'd be putting the people of Pellic in danger again.
What about giving it to Raven?
Ooh.
No.
Why not?
Okay.
I'm not putting her in further danger.
Is that your choice?
Yes, it is.
Your choice to make?
It is.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe we should give it to your father. Maybe we should give it to your family, people you care for. No.
Sure, why not?
I don't even know what my mom does for a living, apparently, so why not?
Okay, do you want to give it to the
My family is cold lands. I mean, if they really want to go to the cold lands, they're welcome to it.
Right. We can't force the elves to take the watch to protect the egg. I think we need to ask them first.
We can easily force them.
No, we can't force shit.
Yeah,
the only person we can do is my family, and then I give it to my mom, and nobody would know.
Oh, make it a condition for your marriage.
I'm already married. Oh, him.
Talk about.
I got a better idea. I got an awesome idea.
You have an idea.
This is the greatest idea Lord Tomas has ever had.
Russ?
Lord Tomas looks at Aryvistarax and says, I'll tell you what. Obviously, we're all at an impasse here. And I'm going to defer my vote to the most trusted and loved member of this party.
The dog.
Kiffi.
Who hasn't said a word since we started today.
Because he's like, Ed's creating a fucking train wreck. And
I'm just trying not to be schnicks over here.
So I'll stand up. I'll be Lord Commander of the Knights, or of the what did I call this?
Dragon Knight.
Dragon Lords of Greyhawk, and protect your child.
What?
Why
did you overreach a bit?
You just insulted the hell out of her.
But out of that, as Dragon Lords, we sworn to protect your child. I'm willing to do that after this is all over.
For how long?
But I defer to Kiffi on how we should proceed forward.
How long are you willing to do this for?
Probably like a week.
You'll be dead before the thing gets out of diapers.
Probably.
Well, again, it wouldn't be just a particular, just single group. You know, it'd be like a membership.
I see a membership of people that we don't know protecting the progeny of Aryvistarax.
Actually,
I can't see how that would go wrong.
I was going to give the dragon egg to my mother if I took it to the yeomanry, and I trust her explicitly. And I know the greatest knight other than me in the world is down there, my brother.
Well, you know, after what you've told me about your mother, I wouldn't trust her with an egg.
Well, at least my dad trusted her with one egg.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus, I have not had enough to drink for this session.
I completely agree.
Great Aryvistarax, what would you like to do? Do you agree with taking it to the druids, or would you? What are your thoughts?
She opens up the box to actually inspect the egg. Finally, since it was a lot harder for her to do in dragon form, so she inspects and says, while these places that you speak of, I only know of one place that I felt held any actual special power that would be able to protect my offspring, and that was at the base of that tree in Celene. There's magics there that you may or may not understand, but did you notice that as I was attacking Celene, there was no damage that was actually brought to that island and to its root systems?
I thought you were sandbagging.
No, I came to that city to do as much damage as I possibly could. If there had not been valiant heroes there to stand in my way, it would have been a ruin. Same.
Oh, you mean us?
Yes, you. She just turns and looks at you, Kelex, and says, puts her hands up. Why? Why? Why is he so difficult?
We can reckon ourselves out. He was dropped as a baby.
Then we will go back.
More than once, obviously.
Bounce.
Back to the elves.
He was dribbled.
But to be fair, if the world falls or that part of the world falls, that's where the attack is going to go. I'm trying to disassociate and get it to a neutral spot.
It's good.
Nobody's really going to target Marydale. That's my logic.
Okay. So
I disagree, but I would take the time to advise her that who was the crown princess? There's something else going on there, and explain the situation. That.
But I think that the dragon egg at the base of the druid tree would be safe.
I hope so, but there are other things that she may not know, and she needs to be fully apprised of the situation.
The crazy sorceress chick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
crazy sorceress chick.
You realize that's how my brain thinks.
It's totally fine.
Okay.
Okay. So you have options. Me speaking as the dungeon master at this point in time. You can either, we can either see about, at this point in time, Aryvistarax is willing to listen and to take your direction on where would probably be the safest place. So you all have to decide, is it going to Marydale? Is it going to Instead? Is it going to the yeomanry? If there's any other place that you can possibly think of to hide a dragon egg, you guys need to decide which one it's going to be. Okay.
So Tomas takes out his +1 dagger.
Okay.
Puts it on top of the box, because remember Shirley had that. Puts it on top of the box and walks out the cave entrance. I've already told you he has my vote, because it'll be a tie vote one way we go. So Mike's actually got 2 votes in this, like a game of Survivor, and Tomas goes out and stands watch at the cave mouth.
So Kiffi, what the hell are you thinking?
Honestly, I think the dragon is probably a lot smarter than we are, and she says the life tree, so I agree with her.
But I will, again, tell her everything about Sentisha and all of that is going on there. And the witch over in the desert, White Tower, I think it was. I don't know. Just all of that. We'll go through that. That she needs to be aware of that. That is part of this.
And that it might be best that once that's resolved, maybe then the egg could go there once that's resolved.
Okay. She says, okay, I was unaware of the situation in Instead. I did not realize that there's the possibility of
it's been compromised.
Yes. There are nefarious agents involved. So then I do withdraw my suggestion for Celene at this time. So again, she looks over and says, so Master Kiffi, I know that sometimes dragons and the dwarven peoples do not always see eye to eye, but might that also be a possibility that your clans and kingdom would be willing to hide an egg?
I'm sure I can talk them into it. They are notoriously easy to purchase, shall we say.
But then she also, of course, she says, well, I mean, that's also one of the other options. All of them are good. I do agree. But
have you considered the Vespi?
I had not. I do not know enough about the peoples there. I just know that we did put on a very good show when I went to sort of destroy the city of Amarillo. It was very good. It was well put together. Very good planning. Do you have someone there that you would trust? Do you know anyone there?
I know someone there, but I do not want to put them in danger. But at the same time, she is a necromancer.
Oh, interesting. Those are rare.
An elven lady. I've already asked too much of her. I do not know if the royal family might be willing to step forward. I don't know if it would give her leverage over
So
I just don't know. I mean, we can ask. Clearly,
what choices we have now, one is not particular, and even we did one, we'd still have. It's not going to happen right now. So we asked the dwarves, we asked the druids. Maybe at one point when the whole issue with Celene is finished, they move the egg to there at some point, or the hatchling if it's at some time after that.
We have an issue here. We're going to be asking multiple people things.
No, yeah. More people you talk to, more the word's going to get out.
Exactly. So if we do so, we need to have a deception plan in place.
How about we send everybody an egg and only the real one go to the one we absolutely trust?
We have the eggs of the destroyed dragonets.
Mm-hmm.
We could repair them and send them on. Is that something Aryvistarax would consider?
She says that is a very, very wise plan to create false eggs to throw off any evil intenders out there. Yes, I do like that idea.
The scrying might actually, these false eggs actually being eggs of your get, that might be an additional layer of protection. I hadn't thought about trying to put the eggs back together.
Kiffi, is there anything that you can do about giving an aura of life to the eggs if we did this?
I don't know. I've never really thought about that. Deception's not really part of my normal repertoire.
I understand that. I don't do necromancy either, but, hey, I kind of keep abreast of what's going on.
Lady Aryvistarax, might she have some way of doing so? I mean,
a resource?
Yeah, something. We don't know everything. We're not omnipotent.
I'm working on it. Okay. I think since Sir Tomas walked out of the cave, we need to
placate his whiny ass.
I was going to say olive branch, but
he's already.
So what's the plan? Where's the egg actually going to be going? And
I want the egg to go to Celene. That's the only place I know of that has the oomph to protect it.
And
I agree. I also agree with Timble that there's some unfinished business in Celene that needs to be dealt with.
Guess where we're going next?
It does.
All right, Lord Protector Abyssal.
No. You don't understand. This is magic. We have a sorceress that is on the loose, and she needs to.
Oh no, I totally agree. Only gesturing with you.
Amarillo is our next destination. We need to take the griffins back. We go there. Maybe we take advice of someone. I don't know. I'm scared to ask and speak to Raven about this.
I'm pretty sure she can read your mind. Just,
Would you like me to do
it?
I thought we got the griffins from Celene. We didn't get them from here.
Yeah,
but that was our hop to Amarillo.
Oh, okay. I thought you said we had to take the griffins back to them first. Okay.
I don't know.
Whatever. Anyway, I think that whether Raven is interested or not in what we're doing, I think the fact that we came back and told her would be significant. We don't need to ask anything of her, but the fact that we came back and informed her.
Well, once again, we're increasing the number of individuals in the circle.
I don't think we can get away from that.
I agree.
A lot of the other ones I agree we can get away with, but Raven, no. Now, she's a necromancer. That is not my area of expertise. However, I do realize that from what she can do, she is much more powerful than any of us or all of us combined.
And her bailiwick, yes.
Well, in just general terms of power.
So are you saying she might be able to have a way to use the egg fragments to kind of give them a sense of life?
That would be my guess. If Kiffi, the cleric, is not sure that he can do whatever it is, I'm sure that Raven could, given the proper incentive. Now, what could that proper incentive be? Dragon egg parts. As they are no longer viable creatures, we could see what that comes up with. Is that acceptable to you, Aryvistarax?
Yeah, that's the key. Is we're talking now. She needs her input. We need her input. I know not the power that Raven fully wields. So,
all right, come on in.
Yeah, but you hold the magic stick, so we're fine.
Tripod. And
oh God,
we'll see what transpires there.
And Lord Tomas comes off mute to say site.
Okay, so what? So where do you think is?
I think we need to go to Amarillo and speak with Raven and bring her into this circle. See if there's anything she can do to
increase the deception.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you able to put these shells back together in any way, shape, or form?
How about the spell mending?
Yeah. You would actually, I mean, the actual remains of the dragon, the dragonlets that were in there have already been removed. They're just empty shells, and all the shell fragments are there. So it's not like it would be hard. It wouldn't be hard at all to use a spell just like mending. But if you want it to look like it's like alive, then most likely you'll want to talk with, you would want to talk with somebody who can bring a false life to things that are no longer.
We would need to fill it also.
Okay.
So we have weight,
Yeah.
proper sheen, everything of health. So
Yeah.
where are we going to? We have 3 eggs. We have one that is going to go to Celene, the I believe that's
The real egg?
child.
Okay,
The child.
We got one real egg and how many?
Two
How many
fakes.
fake eggs?
Two.
Eggs. Okay.
We have to decide where to put the other two.
Yes.
Oh, shut the hell up.
He's muted.
No. I do think that we should send one to Marydale. Okay. The other one, I think we should send as far
Into your office.
What's that?
What about your office in a certain big city?
We could do that. We could do that.
Mm.
What I'm thinking is we want to get the actual physical egg physically as far away as possible. I could talk to my master,
Mm-hmm.
Sigurd Orming, to have it kept in his place, which is in Krakenheim, which is as about physically far apart from Bissell as we can possibly make it.
Okay.
Now, if that's not the consensus view, then I'd be happy to hear what y'all are thinking.
Everyone, round table.
Tomas left.
Yeah, but Tomas was out with the.
It's true. He's not here.
Yeah.
What think you, Kiffi?
Well, I don't know. I still trust in the power of Shira and her group to protect it, but I know. Well, I mean,
The other two.
what kind of time constraints are we on? Because we also have this other monkey on our back that we would like.
Yeah, we've got two other things going too.
Yes.
What other things do we have going?
The
Actually-
angry druid.
Oh shit, three.
Oh,
You actually kind of got three.
So we
Yeah.
have the druid,
the
we
dryad.
have the dryad, we have
The
So-
witchy lady over in the sands in the tower.
okay, but we haven't had any contact with her. We don't really know anything about her at this point, right?
Well, I think we've not had any contact with her directly, but I think we've had contact with her minions. That doesn't mean she doesn't have her sights upon us.
Very true.
Ignoring these other powerful entities,
Please have another
they're a
deer.
problem of late. Like the Fae.
Well, before we decide anything about the elves, we have to see if they're willing to even consider sheltering this creature first. And we have to go there anyway to return the griffins.
Well,
Okay, so we return to Celene, the capital of Celene, whatever the name is, Elvenstad, Ingstad, whatever it is,
Hemostat.
Hemostat, I don't know. We go there.
Instead,
All right, we go there. We talked with not the queen, not Melinda. We talked to the queen's aunt?
Shira.
Druid?
Yeah, the queen's mother. The
Queen's mother.
Queen mother. Yeah.
Specifically talk with the queen's mother and contract with her. Not necessarily the kingdom of Celene.
Speak
Does
to
that make
her with
sense?
her druid hat on.
Yes, with her druid head on. And especially as a druid, the perpetuation of a species should help. Yes, no, maybe so?
Yes.
Oh, I agree. Are we going to bring more Zyvi into our circle?
No.
Okay.
And that hurts a lot, but no.
All right. We're as long as we're counting down. There's also the fact of Lady Ilya. Would she be drawn into our circle?
The dragon circle?
Mm-hmm. I say no.
Dragon Lord Circle.
I agree. No. And my thought is,
Not really sure what the point would be.
she's Bissell. That's
No, she is not. She is no longer Bissell. She has nothing tying her to that. She
She's
is, however, tied.
Whether she's part of Bissell or not, we just got to keep the group as small as possible.
Yep, she's tied to Sterich.
Okay. As far as those people that know what we're talking about for the actual dragon egg, it would be us and the Queen Mother. That's it.
Okay,
And
you don't want to talk to Raven.
Aryvistarax, of course.
So you do not want us to talk to Raven.
No, actually, we have to talk to Raven
But
because
we're not going to tell her where we're sending the eggs.
she'll know.
Oh, well,
She'll
Yeah.
know.
I know she just needs to look in your.
We need to talk. We need to bring Raven in on it. And I hate this.
I would honestly say
She is,
that
she is a unknown factor.
I agree. And I've slept with the woman.
Brian,
Wait.
you really don't need to role play these things.
What?
Okay, so we have to have. Damn, dog boy!
These are the affairs of
You been
state.
waiting all night to play that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, a month.
Mhm.
Okay, so bring Raven in, not Ilya, because we need Raven's abilities to create a false life in the two fake eggs, or the two dead eggs.
Okay. Now, while we're looking at this circle of
Mhm.
Dragon Trust, the individuals that we're going to have into this, I think I am questioning who has eyes upon us, whether they are magical or otherwise. Because then there is the Fae concern. Do they know what we're doing, how we're doing? They do like to play with us. I know that Raven can see. So
I don't know that we can know that. I mean, I think that's one of those unknowns, unknown unknowns.
I just think it shouldn't be ignored.
Agreed.
I don't think even the Fae would want to mess with a dragon egg. I mean,
No,
What?
I agree.
Why did you say that out loud?
are you kidding? An unattended dragon egg? They'd be all over that shit. Like white on
And-
white.
they may be Fae, but there's still a dragon here that they got to deal with. So I don't think they'd be willing to do that. I think they're smart enough to know they don't want to go there.
Power, son.
They got mad because I wouldn't accept seeds.
A dragon's power is great,
And where there is none.
but the Fae are immortal.
Hey, have you read the Dresden Files?
Yes, I have, and I'll tell you right now, even Mad gave the dragon that party respect.
Well, yeah, respect, yes, but as a
Did you pull
Respect.
your-
Yeah,
As a-
respect. No, she gave him absolute. I've read those series twice.
yes,
So,
I know. But
so
as a youngling that's unattended,
I'm not talking about the youngling. I'm talking about Mama.
who'd we
Well-
lose?
Me?
Why did we lose you?
Because I didn't move.
Okay, you're back. Turn your camera on.
Thank you so much for telling me the steps that I need.
Nick Rutimi Yaitsa.
I'm sorry you threw up in your shoes.
That too.
All right. What about everything that's going on with Sintaisha? I can't find that woman's name. I can't bring it up. The one in the tower that we have to be concerned with.
Okay.
I think,
So
honestly, think that's going to be
I think we really need to keep track of our inner circle, the growth of that circle, so that we can, if something happens, we certainly have ideas of where to look.
Do we need to start giving out information that's different for individuals?
Don't know.
I'll leave that up to you, Spy Master.
No, I feel so over my head dealing with this because, frankly, I like Lady Aryvistarax, and for whatever reason, I kind of dig the idea of this kid coming into this world. I don't want to lose them too. I just don't want to. No, I can't. I won't. I won't allow it. So we have to protect them.
Okay, Brian.
yes.
Is Aryvistarax listening to all this?
Oh, of course. Intently.
So's Tomas down
She's
the
going to
hall.
be
Right?
agent. She's got plenty of time to listen to us prattle.
Yeah.
Well, I think we need to ensure that we have all of the eggs, because we don't want to have to manufacture egg parts. I don't know if somebody here can mend them.
I will ensure that the egg parts get put into a sack and attached to my griffin.
Okay.
What? Yeah. Okay. I think we're off to what is the town to?
That place in the woods.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to Amarillo.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah. I don't expect all the players to know all of the locations. I would not ask you guys to do that.
We've had a good bit.
Brian, I'm not going to disappoint you because I'll never remember any of them, except for Maryvale, because I want to burn that inn down.
Okay.
Then you'll kill that dragon baby, bitches.
Heck, I even have trouble remembering my name, so you know.
Okay. It's Grenna.
No, I mean even.
Oh, Melinda. That's
and
Melinda.
their name.
You mean your name? Okay. So very good. So that is what you're going to do. You're going to take the egg and the shattered eggs with you to Amarillo. Okay.
Yes.
Do we want to take the eggs, or do we just allow Aryvistarax to bring it once we get to Celene and secure the area?
We bring the eggs because we need to give them to Raven to install false.
I'm not talking about the egg pieces. I'm talking about the egg.
The egg.
Yeah.
It's up to Aryvistarax, really. I mean, if she wants to bring it, that's fine. If she doesn't, we'll carry it.
I just have a
It'll
question.
probably be safer in her hands than delivering it.
Come out.
I have a question that's been bothering me. With how protected your cave is, how did they get in to destroy your eggs?
She says that is very interesting. And what had happened was they knew that I was gone. They were able to use stealth to get past the golems. But you did notice that they had sacrificed one of their own inside the cave. So while that one person was having his life taken from him, the others were able to come in and do what they wanted.
Okay, mystery solved. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad to be of help.
You know.
Yeah, so if you guys remember, that was like one of the things that you noticed on the floor when you walked in was the pulverized body. That was kind of like a hint, but also part of the storyline. Hey.
Leave it to Melinda to pull out that storyline.
It's bugged me. It's bugged me since the cave. It's bugged me.
Okay.
No, it's bugged me. For the record, it's bugged me too. That's why I was calling her. I'm like, you're not doing a great job protecting this egg. You're a fucking crackhead brass dragon mother running off, hanging out at 7-Eleven.
Giving out.
Yeah, man. Damn.
Yeah, I was waiting for it to get really bad here, but he was like he pulled it back. So I was waiting. I'm like going, oh no, where's it going?
Ed, were you going into this night hoping for Well,
You woke up and chose violence.
are you going to jump over to another character? Is that what you were thinking, or TPK?
I do not have another character prepared, and I was not hoping for a TPK.
All right.
But I do have a gong.
I noticed.
So proud.
Yeah.
Believe me, Stephanie hates it. As I'm slowly mastering the art of playing the gong. It's not the alpenhorn, it's the gong. A little more complex than you think, but it is a complex instrument.
Okay.
Sure.
Alrighty, so I guess you guys are going to head back out. Oh, excuse me.
Early one morning.
She
Yes.
did not answer.
So before we do leave, I do turn to Aryvistarax and I pull out the great sword that Lothar, the barbarian, had,
Mm-hmm.
and I present it to her, saying, "Here's the weapon of the fiend who had stolen, taken and destroyed, or taken your one egg and destroyed the others. I offered this to you." And I lay the sword at her feet.
She looks upon it and then looks back at you and says, "Sir Kelex, you and your band are an extraordinary group. I thank you very much for delivering this to me, and also just the knowledge that you had dispatched the person who had threatened my family and killed my offspring. This one simple gesture alone, the actions that you took, were obviously very heroic, and I do thank you." And she reaches down and picks it up and is looking at it, and she says, "But I do have one question for you, Sir Kelex." And she just kind of, she just puts the sword to her side, and she doesn't have like a baldric or anything to slide it into. She's just kind of like resting upon it. She says, "We need to set and eventually talk on how you want me to proceed. This is something that we will have to do at a later time. I believe that it would be wise first, yes, go to visit those you seek in Amariel, but then let those who are in Celene know that I will deliver the last egg. I will give you, how long do you think you would need? I don't want to arrive. I don't want to arrive before you announce that I will be flying there, because if I fly there and they see me, there's a good chance, without some prior knowledge to let them know that I'm not there.
Imagine it taking any more than half a week.
4 days.
But we do have the means of communicating with each other.
Yes.
So I will let you know as soon as we arrive in Celene, but I can't see it taking any longer than 3 to 4 days, depending how long we're in Amariel.
Okay.
Wasn't it half a day's travel from Amariel to Celene?
It was something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't long.
And
We don't know how long we're going to be in Amariel either. So
yeah, because it may take some time depending on what spells need to be cast, or ceremonies need to be performed, or rituals need to be performed by Raven. So yeah, if you're thinking 5 days would probably be the safe number. Okay. She says,
but you may be contacted earlier.
Yeah. She says, "Well, I look forward to hearing from you. And again, thank you for everything." And thank you very much for rescuing my only child.
Have you named your?
I have not yet, but I am thinking about it. I have given it some thought, but I'm going to wait.
You hear way out from the cave mouth, "Tomasino is a great name."
She just
surely backs.
She just kind of looks over at everyone, just like, "Oh, okay. I'll take that under
every day.
I'll take it under advisement." And that she wishes you all, good luck and safe travels. Okay, so I guess you guys are heading out.
Not yet.
Okay, cool.
As everybody comes back out,
Yeah.
Tomas goes in,
Okay.
points at the chest, and says, "That's the first piece of your dragon's hoard, your child's hoard. It was wielded by my squire that you killed. I want you to protect it." And then he just turns around and walks out.
She doesn't say anything. She allows you the last word.
Lord Tomas, social worker at large.
Do you ever think that maybe the way you think about things sometimes is not normal?
I'm completely in character.
Oh, damn, I haven't had enough beer for this.
Okay, so you get back out to your griffins and you saddle up. You have the egg parts in a bag, I guess. Was that
That was in a bag?
Bag of holding?
That's my griffin. No,
Okay.
It's not a bag of holding. It was
Just
just
a
a couple
regular
of large
bag?
sacks.
Just a couple of large sacks. Okay.
That would be really hard to figure out all the pieces from the pile of crap that's in there.
No. Mending. It'll fix it. Trust me.
I can go back and get the chest of the prostitute pillows that the egg's currently on.
You're a prostitute what?
The prostitute pillows. God, I forgot about that.
I didn't.
Obviously. Okay, so yeah, you all settle back up and you fly off into the early evening. So it's by the time you get to Amarillo, it will be full dark. But it does not take you too long to get from Perrinland to Amarillo. Probably only probably about like 2.5 hours tops. And once you land right outside of Raven's tower, which is on the outskirts beyond the walls of Amarillo proper. You can see that there are lights on in the tower. So that's a good sign. So how do you want to proceed?
I will walk up and knock on the door.
Okay, so yeah, you walk up and you rap upon the door, and within just a few moments, you can hear the scraping, clattering sound of Mortimer, her skeletal butler. You can see the doorknob turn as the door swings open. You're once again greeted by the skeletal remains of Raven's servant, but you can see that instead of it being just normally just a skeleton, it's actually been dressed. So you can actually see that there is somebody has taken some time to fashion something for it to wear. It actually has a hat on. You can still see the green glowing orbs of its eyes piercing the night. But as soon as it recognizes you, it immediately steps aside to allow you to step into the tower itself.
Mortimer, you're looking quite dapper tonight. Thank you. And walk in.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't. Of course, he doesn't react to anything. He's just, mindless. So,
Morte.
And so you all start to walk on up, and as you do, you get down to that one section of the tower, which is more like it's got couches and pillows, and it's more like a living room sort of situation. And for a minute there, I was like looking at your camera, Timble, and I was like, hey, there are people behind you. That's cool.
Hi, Kendra. Hi, Kendra.
Oh, that's
I love you.
Oh, that's Kendra. Okay, I didn't. At first, I was thinking, I think I've seen her picture somewhere. I think it's on Facebook or something. Okay, cool. So I digress. So, yeah, you make it up there, and you can see that Raven stands up. You can see Lady Ilia is also there, and you can see that Lady Ilia looks like she is like sewing something or putting like the finishing touches on. It looks like a pair of pants or something, but they're like very brightly colored. Not what you would expect, being that usually Raven wears traditionally purple and black. That's really kind of her thing. So, yeah, this one looks kind of like probably the best descriptor is Swiss Guard pants. For the yeah, if you've seen what the Swiss Guard looks like.
Are they Mortimer sized?
Tired of looking
Yeah,
at it.
yeah, they're like Mortimer sized pants. It's like, and you can see probably where you probably attach some sort of belt or rope or something to it.
So you got an animated mannequin.
Yeah, it's like a dress.
Mortimer.
It's a dress dummy that walks around. It's like, this is cool. And of course, once they see you, they immediately jump up and are, they're very excited to see every one of you. And of course, they want to know.
You survived.
And of course, want to know everything that you've been doing. If you were successful in obtaining the dragon's egg, and all that good stuff. Because I think you did tell Raven about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
She knew about it.
Olivia knew that we were trying to get the dragon's aid, and I'll just simply say we have secured the aid of Aryvistarax.
As soon as Ilia hears this, she just immediately she's just so overcome with emotion and so excited that she actually breaks into tears, and but they're very like tears of joy that she felt that the people of Bissell and those who are fallen under the yoke of the Ket are finally going to get a chance to be free. So you can see she is very overcome with emotion with that. Raven is also, of course, elves can be kind of reserved about things, but she too has a smile on her face, and she is very excited for the possibility that the war might quickly come to an end with the introduction of this dragon.
Yeah, let's not get, I guess, too excited. We did happen to see another large black worm up in the mountains and in that area. So,
and what was the name?
We have no idea. That was Bonarax.
I'll put it back in chat.
Yeah, Bonarax, I believe.
Bonarax.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's our next target.
No.
That it.
No.
And he was identified by Aryvistarax as Voribonarax. I don't know if she would recognize the name of our.
Yeah, Raven says that's a very, very old dragon name.
Yes.
So, I mean, like,
that's because it's a very, very old dragon.
She's like, but so you've seen it over Perrinland, or was this somewhere else?
We left. When we left,
the burning pyre.
Yeah, the burning pyre that is now that place. When we left just north of Lapola, heading towards Perrinland, we saw him shortly thereafter. So we're looking at possibly Kets again. And I hate to even think that they may have secured another dragon.
I don't think so. A great worm especially one like Aryvistarax, would not probably have anything to gain.
But we're looking at there are greater hands, greater individuals involved now. I mean, we have looked at the incursion of the Drow and giants into Sterich, and now Bissell and Ket have gone to war. We have in Celene, the daughter, the crowned princess at that point, having been, taken over. She's another person now. I just, something's going on here, something greater. So we cannot rule that this worm is not also involved. We just have to look at things and look at the world and start not drawing conclusions, but certainly forming questions that we may need answers to.
Of course. I can try to find as much information. I'll dig into my library and see if I can reach out to others who may know more about this great worm.
That would be greatly appreciated.
Okay. She says, hold on. She looks over at Lady Elia and says, do you have the present? And Elia immediately, drops the pants that she's working on onto the sofa and went, oh, I almost completely forgot. And she runs over to this little, like a curio cabinet, and opens up one of the drawers and pulls out, it looks like 2 sheets of parchment. They're probably about the size of a like a 5x8 card or something like that. Yeah, I mean, it's like a piece of parchment. And she says, I helped make these. And she hands them to you. And she says, but here's the best part. And then she reaches back over and she takes, there are 2 quills. And she says, whatever you do, do not lose these. And she says, but look what this will do. And so she says, okay, Sir Kelex, if you will take this piece of paper and this quill and step over to the other side of the room. And then she hands the other one to Kiffi, said, Master Kiffi, please take this and go to the other side of the room. And she says, okay. So Sir Kelex, if you'll go ahead and write on the parchment. You don't need any ink. No ink is needed.
I write anything?
Okay. So you write the word anything?
Oh, no, I was asking, do I write just anything?
Yeah, just write anything you want. You can even draw on it, like a picture.
Hello, Master Dwarf.
Okay.
Nice beard.
And as soon as you do, it immediately appears, the writing starts to appear on Kiffi's paper.
Timble.
Amazing!
Timble.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought what the children are going to look like?
I'm sorry?
Have you ever thought what the children are going to look like?
I'm actually experiencing a bit of lag here. Say that again.
I got it too. It's like he's glitching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you ever think what the children are going to look like?
They're going to be short with pointy ears.
With a beard.
I pull out.
I pull out. Nice.
He wears goblin intestine condoms.
Oh.
Wow.
Not only
fighting disease.
Not only are they prophylactic, they kill the mood too.
They'll kill the mood too. Okay.
So, I guess I asked, do you keep one of these and we have the other one?
She just kind of looked and said, no, I thought that maybe you all could use these if you get separated or you needed to
That sounds ominous.
Communicate.
I'm out. This does not sound good.
Again, sounds ominous.
I think our separation at this point in time would probably be our end. We are dealing with great forces. But yeah, this sending between us might be of great use. Is there any way to, is there a range at which this will?
She says, I don't actually believe there is a range at all. I believe you can use this anywhere and at any time.
A very grand gift indeed. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very
I give the one they gave me, I give it to Timble. They're probably even better in your hands.
Thank you. And thank you. I think that would be grand. Boy, a lot has changed around here. Everyone's getting quite homey. I start looking around. Are those things too?
It said, well, and you can see that Raven is like, yes, it seems that Lady Ilia didn't particularly care for Mortimer walking around without clothing. So she's taken it upon herself to make clothing for Mortimer. Yeah.
Every necromancer will want one.
Yeah, that might be quite a good thing, actually. Quite
off-putting to some individuals. Yes. We haven't gotten there yet.
As Mortimer slowly makes his way up the stairs, you can now see that you get a little better look at what he's wearing, and it's not a belt or anything, but he's got like suspenders holding his pants up, and they're just kind of floating around his midsection. He's got a shirt that's kind of tucked down into it. It looks like a scarecrow that has lost all of its fluff, all of its stuffing, and you're just, wow. But the hat really brings it all together. And you see that Raven is really kind of like, she doesn't particularly care for it, but Ilia seems very pleased with what she has done. and you can tell that Raven is the type of person who, she knows that Ilia is a guest and doesn't want to, wants her to feel at home. And if she wants to decorate Mortimer, then she's willing to let her do that.
So, Raven.
Yes.
Got a question for you.
Are we doing this in front of the queen? I thought we weren't going to do that in front of her.
That's
queen. Not in character.
That's true. Would it be possible to have a private conversation with you?
Oh, of course. We can do it up in the summoning room above.
Please.
Sure, please. Of course.
Nothing to do with you. This is something that is specifically her craft.
Oh, Ilia's like, it's no problem. I totally understand. And you see, Raven says, Mortimer, if you will, please, tea, for our guests. And you just see him kind of just shuffle off, into like a side room, which you can kind of gather as a kitchenette. And Raven says, "Oh, well, let's go ahead." Yes.
As we are walking off, I will linger, and as we all go up, I will tell Lady Ilia once again, thank you. That is a fantastic gift.
Oh, and she said, "I thought you all would appreciate something like that. I had been going through some of Raven's books. Some of them I cannot read because of the magic is way too strong. But you may or may not have known this, but I'm actually a priestess of Pelor."
No.
Yeah. So you didn't know that. While I don't understand or sometimes even condone Raven's abilities and powers, I do understand that she is a friend, and she is an ally. And so I have been able to put my my feelings aside when it comes to this, and she has been a most gracious host.
Yep, it is. In these times of need, we find friends where we find friends.
Indeed. Said, well, I hope you enjoy the papers. I think they will come in handy.
Will. Mm-hmm. And I'll excuse myself and join them.
Okay. So you head on up, and so you all get up to the very top of the tower. You pass by a couple of more floors that have, one's a library, the other one is more like a storage area that has bins, certain bins of things, a lot of bones, things, parts, right? That's probably the best way to put it. Parts. And so finally you're upstairs in her actual workroom, where she has one of those summoning circles, in the floor. You've seen very similar, like Antero had the exact same sort of setup. Moore's Ivy definitely does. And so she says, so what is it that I can help with?
I pull the 2 bags of dragon egg parts off of my shoulder and put them on the floor, and I say, we need these to pretend to be dragon eggs.
Okay.
Well, they are dragon.
Yeah, she looks and says, they do definitely appear to be dragon eggs, yes.
We need them whole. Well.
Oh, okay.
The shell.
We need a facsimile that would fool anyone who looked at it.
Okay.
And on top of that, would somebody like Mortimer fit inside a dragon egg? That he could scratch on the inside and make it sound like there's something inside there once you seal it?
Yeah, homonucleus kind of little thing that you might be able to put together to just scratch it.
She thinks about it and says, I think I have exactly what you're looking for. I'll have to put them together.
We would wait also to be right.
So she says,
what about, because I'm assuming Kelex has at least seen the mouse that Timble has had.
Yeah.
Maybe something similar.
Okay. So
get a little protective and go,
Let him talk.
So
Let him talk.
She says, I think this would probably be better. She says, hold on one moment. And she goes downstairs, and you can hear her rummaging through. You can hear the clatter of bone on bone, bone on wood. And eventually, probably within like 5 minutes, she walks back up. And what she's holding on to looks like these skeletal remains of 2 large, what you would consider like maybe constrictor snakes. And she says, I think this will actually do what we're looking for, what you want. I just need to bring them to life. That's maybe the hard part, but maybe not really the hard part. It shouldn't be that bad. But it may take me a day to get these things prepared and ready. And then, of course, we'll have to do a mending on the eggs themselves. You do have all the parts, I see. So this is good. So we don't have to actually fabricate anything.
I also have the mendings if you need them.
Perfect. Yeah, that will free me up to be able to actually work the rituals that I need to bring these constrictors back. Well, not back, but back. So she says,
senses are so passe in dealing with necromancy.
So she says, okay, yeah, it's going to take me it will take me a day to do the ritual. So, I can get started now. Are you on a timeline?
What would you like in return?
Oh, no, you don't need to. No, you don't need to pay me. No.
Not payment. This is not payment.
Yeah,
this is not payment. This is a friend doing a favor for a friend.
Okay.
I think you need to make that plural, sir, for friends.
She says, well, let me think about that, but let me go ahead and at least get to work. I may need your assistance, Yarn, if you don't mind, being that you do have quite strong magical abilities. I may need to draw upon you and your power to get this done in a timely manner. She says, but I can go ahead and get started tonight.
Yep, if you could, and then tomorrow. Yep, that is perfect timing.
Okay, perfect. So how about we do this? I will go ahead and get started. Yarn, you hang with me. The rest of you all can go down and have tea. Send Mortimer up with tea when he gets done with you all, and we'll get to work. She looks over at you, Yarn, and she says, hold on one moment. You look like you've had a very long day. So she reaches over into one of the cabinets and pulls out it looks like a small vial of a silvery liquid. And she says, here, drink this.
What does this do?
You can make you can take a look at it and you can take a look at it and make an Arcana check. She doesn't even explain it. She just says, here, drink. And just starts working.
Sacrifice must be made for the magic to be made.
Problem is, I don't have mending memorized.
Oh, she says, then you might need to rest or study it. So, then I better not give this to you. This will not help you at all. This is kind of, and she just kind of takes it back from you. She says, maybe later. And she puts it back in the cabinet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I can memorize anything, but I don't have it right now. And as a matter of fact, I'm down several spells.
Oh.
It's been quite a bit since we've
gone through combat and fire, burning things down and all sorts of stuff. And it's still the same freaking day.
And hours of flight.
And we need a long rest.
Okay, so she just kind of looks at the rest of you and says, so the rest of you look also very, very tired. I don't require much sleep. But she says, but Yarn, I'm definitely going to need you. But you definitely need those spells. And she says, you know what? I can help you really very quickly. Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
No, not today.
Okay.
Yarn, thanks for all that you've done to this group.
So she quickly moves behind you, Yarn, and as she does so, she brings her a gloved hand across your face like so, and you immediately fall asleep. And she catches you and lays you out on the ground. And the rest of you are like, oh yeah, it's a long rest. You're not going to be waking up anytime soon. And
Maybe a roofie.
She looks around at the rest of you and says, I'm very sorry. I with the time constraints that you were asking for, he didn't have another. I needed him to be ready when I need him. That's why he's asleep.
I think that will take the rudimentary means of the process. Go find something in the larder and then take my wee ass to bed.
Yeah. Said, just find a place down just throw the pillows wherever you need them. I'll take care of Yarn. No need to worry about him. Does anyone else here need to sleep? Like immediately? She chuckles about it a little bit and she went, I hope that wasn't too disturbing.
She laughs. She goes, spell slots. How quaint. Anyway.
Spell slots. What are those? And so she starts getting to work immediately. She lays these skeletal constrictors out on this table and starts applying these different types of tinctures and potions to them as you guys start to make your way back down to the living room landing. And you can hear her, she's up there like moving stuff around and things of that nature. But yeah, you finally get downstairs. Mortimer has tea, and he's left you all some food, little bits of food and things like that, mostly bread and cheese and some cookies. Ilya is just finally finishing up her the pants she's working on, and she's trying to get Mortimer to kind of stand still long enough that she can put these new pants on. It looks very awkward. And you're kind of thinking, boy, if Mortimer had a face, what would he look like right now? It'd be like, oh no, yeah, look like a 4-year-old trying to get dressed.
Lady, when you get a moment, how does one get a meal around here?
Oh, a meal. She looks into Mortimer. I'll stop pestering you if you will go get like real food, for our guests. And it takes a moment for him to recognize. And Ilya says, yeah, it's been really, really interesting here for a very long, for a while there. Raven would not give me sort of command powers over him, but she's kind of loosened her grip. I think me clothing Mortimer is probably grating on her nerves, but like I said, she's a great hostess. So
maybe a nice kerchief.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe make a turtleneck for him, or an ascot.
Ascot. There you go.
So Mortimer turns and it just drags on into, and after a while he comes back with like actual food, like there's meat, like roast beef and potatoes and rolls and butter and like a carafe of milk and stuff like that, and ale. So you guys sit and eat, and then as being that the food is kind of heavy, you all start falling asleep. As you can see that Grenna's already yawning.
Really role-playing the hell out of that one.
Come on.
Grenna can role-play the hell out of this, man. She's already like half out. Okay. So you all start... I
think it's time to go to sleep.
Yeah. Okay, so everybody's going to get a full rest. So if you lost any hit points or anything like that, you're good to go. So I know some of you guys took a little bit of a beating down in the cave, but that's okay. You guys are good. All right. So probably within, you guys are really like wiped out, and no one wakes you early or anything. The only person who gets woken up early is Yarn. Yarn, you're brought out of your sleep probably right at the 8th hour mark. Like within seconds of that 8th hour. And of course, you're greeted by Raven, who is sort of kneeling over you, and she says, Yarn, it's time to get up.
Time to go to work.
Yes. I said, I'll give you a moment to stretch. I know the floor is not very comfortable, but I had to do what I had to do.
Mending as a cantrip. Fabricate as a 4th level spell.
Okay, cool. So as you can see what she has done, you can see that right now there are these skeletal constrictor snakes are literally wrapping themselves around furniture and things like that. So she's kind of pulling them and tugging them and trying to cram them into these eggs. And she's asking you to also grab one and cram them into an egg. So I need, give me a strength check with advantage.
Yeah. All right. I'm glad my strength is a 12.
Oh, Lord. It's better than a 10. Wow. Okay, cool. So yeah, you grab a hold of one of these things and you kind of just wrap it up really good and you cram it down in there. And as you do so, you cast your mending and fabrication spells and it seals up and it looks like it had never been damaged in any way, shape, or form. But you can see the snake is writhing around in it, and you can see that it's kind of like you see these undulations in the egg, so it looks like something is definitely alive inside. And she says, "That's exactly the way I was hoping it was going to look." And so she comes, she has the other one, and she crams it down into the egg, and she's holding it down while you once again cast your spells. And again, you seal them. They look perfect, and it has the same effect. And she says, "This is good work. This is great." She says,
both of my 4th level spells.
Yeah. Says, "You'll probably need another rest, but I'm not going to do what I did last night. I'm sorry about that."
Very much. I appreciate that.
Okay. Oh, I didn't want you to be upset. I understand that was a little much.
I do. I get that, but how'd you do it?
Oh, she says, you also have to understand, I'm actually pretty old, and I'm pretty powerful, and I can use some powers and enhance them in such a way that all it would take is a pretty significant failure of the will. And you kind of that's why I moved behind you when I did it, because I didn't have a chance to alert your friends to catch you. And like I said, I needed you to be ready when it was time. So let's go get some breakfast.
Indeed.
So you all walk down. You can see the rest of the party is all strewn out on pillows and couches and everything. Everybody's like kind of just, sleeping. Some of them look quite content.
And then there's Ed, who does not look content at all.
And he's muted.
And he's muted.
You know what? You should be. I could be banging this gong all day. I just want to play. I just want to bang on this gong all day. Bright idea.
That's all.
I can mute you.
Stephanie tries that all the time. And for the record, when I said she doesn't like it, she actually texted me and said, "I hate the gong." As anybody that's ever lived with me can attest, I have a gong. Could you imagine how annoying I could be with a gong?
Yes.
I lived in the same barracks with you. I know how annoying you can be without a gong.
Yeah, but imagine if I had a gong.
No, I'm passing on that one.
I'll have to break out the Tibetan singing bowl that my buddy brought back from his trip to Asia and see if I can actually get it to sing.
The technique is very similar with the gong. I've been practicing with the gong, working it around the edge.
Working around the edge? Yeah.
I've been becoming a master. I am literally, these are the hands of a gong master.
Okay.
That's something I would brag about.
How many other people do you know that own a gong?
Ed, when you get a chance, could you tell me what you've been drinking?
PBR. I've been watching him. PBR.
There's
something more behind there.
Well, I'm actually getting ready to. We're getting ready to do. Definitely this the other day. We're getting ready to do 19 Crimes Frankenstein wine for Halloween.
Nice.
And if you've never had 19 Crimes, there's a little QR code, and then once you scan the QR code and then put it on the front of the bottle, the monster or whatever character will come alive and talk to you. It's really funny on your phone.
Oh, that's exactly what I want. a bottle of alcohol talking to me. Yeah, that's it.
Come on, that happens all the time.
Oh, hush, have.
Okay. So after a while, the rest of you guys start waking up. You can smell that breakfast is being made for you. Just the common normal sort of fare: eggs, bacon, sausage, biscuits, and gravy, because everybody loves that shit.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Wait a minute. And for the record, is there any tacos or sushi?
No, I did not see any tacos or sushi on the menu. Or no burgers.
For those of you who don't know, apparently there's a picture in either the new player's handbook or the DMG that they show this big heroes feast, and all of them are standing around, and there's tacos and sushi on their D&D feast table.
Yeah, different.
So anyway,
okay,
that's it.
Cool. Alrighty. So and as a few moments later, you see Raven and Mortimer are bringing down the eggs from upstairs, and you can see them. It looks like there is something undulating and moving inside of it. They look absolutely perfect as they put them down in the center of the living room, and the rest of you are staring in awe at the craftsmanship and the expertise that was the power that was put into these things to make them look as live as possible.
Perfect.
Brian, look right, look left.
Yep. Okay. I like it. I love it. That'll work. Okay. So with that in mind, so now you have the 2 eggs. You have everything that you needed to do here. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
Did we introduce her to the full plan?
I don't think you actually told her the plan. You just told her what you needed the eggs for.
We asked her for the requirements. We asked her for the requirements. We did not tell her what we're doing with them.
Okay.
Which is okay with me.
Well, I think
we actually did, and maybe I forgot. What are we gonna do with the fake eggs? Who are they going to?
We're going to send one to Marydale. We're going to send one to Kiffi.
Okay.
So here's a question. How are we sending them? Are we splitting the party, and that's why we have note cards?
Correct.
No, we're not splitting the party. We're leaving here and going to Celene.
We got some other things to do. Kiffi has to talk to his people first. We have to talk to our people first.
I think this sounds like splitting the party.
No. Kiffi, I know that you said your people could be bought, but I don't think we made a decision as to where the second egg was going. Because I sort of thought of it going to the Crystal Palace there in Greyhawk.
Yeah.
We can also take the one from Marydale to put it there too. I mean, we don't have to send one to Marydale. We don't have to send one to Kiffi's kin. What we have to do is we have to figure out where the fuck we're going to send them.
Right.
Do we have to do that now?
Now. So
we're not doing it now. Let's go to Celene first.
To be fair, this could be something that could be decided offline as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, not really. We have to really determine it now.
Why not?
I don't understand.
I mean, we're not going to be able to get them there now. I mean, right now, the idea is to get to Celene to make sure that's secure.
Okay.
So we can do it on the way and think about it, but I don't think it has to be done now.
We take all 3 potential eggs to Celene.
We have 2, right?
We have the real one. We have the
No, we don't have
potential-
We don't have the
We
real.
don't have the real one.
We don't have the
We have the potential ones. Okay, let's go to Celene.
That would be probably best.
All right.
Well, okay, so I need pump break for a sec because Brian, I've actually lost my time scale a little bit.
Okay.
We were on a timeline.
Yes.
Now I get it. We've kind of disrupted the timeline by killing the one guy, the Barbarian King.
Yep.
However, Lothar. Thank you. They're still coming down at within X amount of time. We burnt time getting there. We burnt time getting to the dragon. We burnt time getting to a Greyhawk. So I kind of need to know what kind of time frame we got left.
Okay. So right now, as far as the invasion of Bissell and the timeline thereof, being that you already had, you gathered your allies, Celene and the Vespi Forest came to your aid. It is now no longer an issue of a timeline. Right now, the front is stalled. So that's the beautiful thing. Now, once the dragon comes into play, then we start getting into the reversal. Once the dragon starts, then you're going to possibly see what'll end up happening is there's a percentage chance that either Ket is going to start taking losses and start trying to find a way to either defeat the dragon or try to see if it can bolster or get more allies to its cause. So that's a possibility. But but there's a percentage chance of this actually being I'll let you guys know about that one once we get into the whole dragon attacking thing.
Mm-hmm. I have some questions.
Okay.
Chancellor of Bissell, Marshal of Bissell. What's our goal? Status quo ante?
Out of Bissell.
Status quo ante or more?
We are retaking the Thornsword and we are done.
Yep.
So, status quo ante.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want anything of them. I do not need to bait them into another fight later because we took more
They
of
just
their...
They just need to leave our lands, period. End of story.
we boot them out and that's that.
May
we give them a good bloody nose while doing it.
May I make an observation?
Okay.
If we are satisfied with everything as it was before, then we look weak.
So Kelex has been thinking about this when the war is over. There will be some stipulations, but I think right now the thought is just let's get to our next step and not worry about that right now.
Okay.
At the moment,
turn down more ends.
Well,
Kelex is going to be asking for some wards and things like that, so he's already been thinking about it.
We have stalled them. Now, when we push them back and we get to Thornsword and the battle that has really started this was who controls that bit of land. There's also how easily we took it back. How badly do we want to bloody them? I mean, that can change. Right now, our plans are very mutable. But we're not. I'm still going to be quite rude to them and middle finger them with a large pile of caca. Okay.
See
now while you're thinking that maybe that's just a little caca, I'm thinking that old bastard lived a long time and used it a lot. He looked like he had a frail stomach. I think there will be a copious amount, a historical amount of shit that will come up their way.
I'm looking forward to that actually happening.
To be honest,
my point is, what is our strategic goal? I mean, are we looking just kick your ass out? Y'all aren't worth our time. Go away. Or do we want to?
There'll be a formal, asking them to surrender and cease hostilities. We're going to ask for some wards as kind of, I wouldn't say hostages, but those kind of things. But again, right now, that's later. Let's get to what our next goal is.
May I make one other observation? Cat does not necessarily follow our system of norms.
30 minutes.
Say again?
Cat does not normally, or Cat does not by default follow our system of norms.
Okay, while they may not have the same mores as ourselves, we'll answer the question when we're getting there. I think right now we don't know how things are going to be going, how easily. We don't know what other hands are suddenly going to pop up. We don't know what other nations, groups are going to throw in on Ket's side. There's a lot to go. I think it would be wrong for us to plan too far in advance. Now, as to our ultimate, you're right. There are many options there, but know this: I am the Chancellor. I do not intend to die in this seat. The moment I have completed my quest, if you will, that was put to me, then that will be the question for others, not myself.
Well, the point I'm trying to make is, are we looking at...
Strategically, I'm not looking.
Okay.
Not at this time.
This is, I think we're a little early. We just got them halted.
Oh, no. It's never too early to determine what your aims are.
Okay. You guys are on the ice.
Going again.
Surrender is where I'm going.
I am.
It will never capitulate and surrender.
Yeah. I am not the. If I'm not wrong, wasn't the thorn word something that was fought over for quite some time? I don't think we actually had. I mean, it was a DMV, I thought. Or,
right?
Yeah.
So what they're trying to understand the history of the region, which is this is kind of this particular region of the area is kind of a turnstile of give and take of battles that have taken place there. There's a reason one of the places is called the battlefields. So
right.
Well, and the thorn word was the thorn of contention, if you will. Who has that because of the market? All of the traffic that goes through there and control of, all of that. It's money, isn't it always?
Yeah, usually with trade or also the expansion of their religious beliefs.
Yeah, so it. Yep. Who controls the thorn word, that region, the province? So, I mean, it's been back and forth for quite some time.
True.
So they have a Cornatic event. They both leave.
I don't know. Oh. Grenna was still asleep.
She's just waiting.
But I would rather get on to Celene and talk to Shira.
Yeah, okay. Agreed.
Alrighty. So you all pack up your eggs, your fake eggs, and say your goodbyes to your friends here in Amarillo. Once again, taking to the skies on your griffins, and you start making your way towards Celene. So, like I said, probably takes about another 2 to 3 hours to get to Celene. But once you arrive, how are you going to do this? I mean, are you going straight to the castle? Are you going to the tree? What is the plan once you get there?
Well, I thought we would have to go. Go ahead, Mike.
I was just saying, we're here to see Shira, and we should probably go to the tree.
Okay.
Well, given the griffins, they have their aviary where you come in. We have to go through there, where it's attached to the
Castle, right?
castle, I thought.
Yes. Yeah, it's actually on the roof of the castle.
So it might look bad. We have to look at the optics. I don't know what we want to do.
We'd probably have to stop in and say hi, and then go talk
I
to.
mean, we don't have the eggs out in the open. They're dogs.
They had better be well packed away and hidden. We do this as subterfuge. We don't do it openly. Look, we've got dragons.
Yeah.
There be dragons. Oh.
So I guess we're just going to go to the aviary first and make our way to the grove from there.
Okay. Yeah. So
I guarantee that after we land, a certain person's going to come running to go see her knight in shining armor. Just saying.
So
I could distract them all.
Keep your pants on.
Boy, Grenna, you went where I was going to go. But anyway.
Okay.
Oh,
My filter is broken.
Oh, broken.
It's been a long week.
Hey, Russ is gone real quick. I'm going to look through his pocket.
Get right through his pockets.
Look, you came back to Lent.
Okay. So you all make your way to the roof of the castle. There are guards and other Griffin stable hands who immediately take the reins for you, help you dismount. You gather your items and you start to make your way downstairs into the castle. Yes.
right. Do I see the the individual who taught us to ride? Is he out and about?
Yeah. There is actually one of the instructor who was in charge of that. Yes.
I will go meet him fondly and thank him for such fantastic beasts. They have carried us and done so well. How are things going?
He said, well, since the attack, things have gotten a little bit more tense around here, of course. You did notice the doubling of the guards on the walls, and there has been there has been significant repair work done on both the castle and several locations as you all were flying in. As you came over the walls, you were able to see that there has been some repair work done. He says, but it's actually been kind of quiet since your last visit. From what I gather, they are still searching for Princess Antaisha, so she has not shown herself since the attack on her mother's life.
Well, I guess the quiet is good. I hope.
Yes.
Well, you know that it's never as simple as it seems. So wonderful.
Of course.
Do you know where we might find the Queen Yolanda and check in?
Most likely, I think she's holding court at this point in time, so she would probably be in the throne room.
Would the Queen Mother be with her, or is she in the grove?
Most likely, the Queen Mother would she doesn't particularly care for court. So most likely she would be out with her druid companions at the tree.
Does anyone really care for court?
I do.
It really is the worst part of my day.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, he says she would probably be at the tree. Court really is not her favorite place.
So let's go check in.
Okay.
Should we check into the court or should we just go straight to the grove? I mean,
I think we need to let the court know that we are here. Perhaps say to the steward, introduce ourselves to the steward. Say we're here. Please let the queen know. You could slip a little note about to your little lady, and then maybe we can slide off and say that we have pressing business with Shira. We will return when court has ended to speak with Queen Yolanda.
That's why you're the chancellor.
Actually, I got a better idea. We could go introduce ourselves to court. You guys can go off, and Lord
We're not leaving you alone.
We'll regale the court with the.
God is killed by a dragon. Shh.
No, should have got that glove off of
anyone know about what has happened. The point of all of this, and it's a direct order, your lordship, you're not to speak about what has happened with the dragon. So let's make our way in.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to meet the steward, who does go ahead and goes in before you and announces your presence to the queen. When he finally returns, the guards open the doors for you as you once again walk into this the throne room. Again, it's just beautifully lit. It's decorated. It looks it's very festive for the season. And you got to think the summer is over as you guys are going into the fall. The plants here have been changed. The lighting is softer. You can see that there's kind of like a line of I guess people who are looking for an audience with the queen. Mostly you have other nobles from Celene who are either bringing things to the queen or are asking for favors from her government to allow them to do things. So you actually have to kind of wait a couple of minutes as you kind of overhear what court is like. Sometimes you'll see her not passing judgment per se, but either allowing something to occur or to talk with others. You see other people, courtesans and courtiers, are talking quietly in whispers behind columns, making deals, talking about like just stuff in general, court sort of stuff. Some you don't really know what it may pertain to. But then eventually you are in the front of the line, and the queen looks up at you and smiles. And she beckons you to come forward, to the appropriate distance. And she says, "Oh, yes, my champions, what news do you bring of your travels and your struggles?"
Well, the first bit of news that we bring is that we dare not speak of it in the open. Perhaps a retirement to your day, and we can go and speak on more pressing issues.
She says, "I will instruct the steward to set aside time for you this evening. I would love to hear what you have to say." She motions him to come over, and she says, "Please, just how about let's meet for dinner That would sound, I think, better.
And that would give us time to clean up and
look presentable.
Look better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she agrees, and you all are given leave to go on your merry way.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Do we want to cut it here, or do we want to get to the druid? And
we can.
Druid.
You're not even there.
I am more here than I think I am.
We brought the glove and we hit you on the head again.
I hate it. That happens.
I mean, it's up to the group. I just wanted to say, I mean, it's 15 minutes, but it's like up to you guys if we want to.
Well, I think we lost some time at the beginning. We could go on and at least get to Shira and talk to her, but I don't know how that will go. Brian's the arbiter of that great encounter.
Well, I mean, it's probably wouldn't take too much time to actually talk with Shira about it. Okay, so you all proceed out of the throne room and back out into the hallway beyond, and back past at least 2 more sets of guards until you were standing outside once again in the bright sunlight in the courtyard. I need everybody to make a perception check.
Woohoo!
Second one of the night.
3.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, that's natural 40 from Kiffi.
Okay. So this is actually like perfect. That's also an excellent roll for Squire Tomas. So as you step outside, the ones that rolled above a 17, you look off and you Tomas, this is also very kind of telling about you as a person. You look over at the location of where your squire was laid to rest. There's like a little courtyard cemetery of the fallen, and of course she has a prominent. There's a prominent stone marker. But the one thing that draws your eye is that Asenath, the princess Asenath, is there placing flowers at the stone.
Tomas walks over and he looks at the stone and he fishes in his pocket. By the way, you guys were completely saved for the fact that I had it on mute when I broke out the gong and was banging the shit out of it. Stephanie's upstairs pissed already, so we have that to look forward to.
Most people don't usually go out of their ways to aggravate their significant other when they want to go to sleep tonight. Just saying.
Just saying.
Most people.
Okay.
That said, Tomas walks over, stands next to her, looks down at the grave of Shirley Templar, kneels, and fishes one of the gold coins from the dragon hoard and places it on the marker. Very similar to the tradition that many veterans practice when they meet somebody they fought in combat or fought with in combat.
Yep.
Bows his head, stands up, and walks away.
She doesn't meet your gaze, but she does, gives you kind of like a side glance, acknowledging that you're there. As she arranges the flowers at the base of the stone, you get up and you walk back over. The rest of you all are just kind of standing there, kind of watching all of this occur. And finally, you see Tomas walk back over towards you. Just. Yeah, a very stoic moment, for him. So you finally you start to make your way over towards the island. Yes.
Tomas, I understand your loss. There's a reason I have not taken any apprentices.
Because you're not a necromancer?
Well, because I can't bring him back if I was a necromancer. No, shit, no. But that's not where I'm coming from, you dick.
You guys are weird. All people are weird.
You have no idea, woman.
So finally, after you take a very short boat ride over to the island, you are greeted by Shara and a small group of her druid priests and priestesses. You can see that they have been sort of preparing the grounds for the fall, which is, kind of a definitely an important time. They've been up in the boughs of the tree cutting mistletoe and the like to create elixirs and other things, as well as also tapping the tree for its life-giving serum and its deadly counterpart. But she greets you warmly, and she says, "Welcome back. Were you successful?" She looks to you, Kelex, and she says, "Oh, you're alive. The last time I saw you, you were being carried off. We feared the worst, but I can see that you are here. This is good."
And so did I. But however, yes, we have survived. We have news and a request. If we could have a moment in private.
Private.
She looks over at her entourage and says, "Leave us." And of course they dutifully do. And you all are standing off to the side of the tree, is out of earshot. And she said, "So how can I help you?"
Is there a way that you might be able to make this even more private?
I suppose.
Well done, Timble.
Yes, I suppose so. And as she does, she lifts up her hands like so, and a hedgerow literally springs up from the ground about 8 feet tall and just surrounds you in a circle of dense foliage.
That's kind of cool.
Thank you so much.
Says, "I hope this will help."
What we need to speak about certainly needs to be for your ears only. Sir Kelex.
Yeah.
So, as you noted, I'm still alive.
Yes.
The dragon had taken me back to their lair to actually talk.
Oh, how strange.
Yes, strange. Yes, believe me.
About what?
Apparently, Ket, an egg. Ket had, I guess, while she was away, Ket had raided her lair, taken an egg, and destroyed the remaining ones. This is why the dragon was doing what it was doing. Ket was using the egg as leverage as a means to make the dragon attack Bissell and Celene. Indeed. It gave us a task to retrieve the egg, which we did successfully. We went into Ket, found this Lothar the Barbarian King, who had taken the egg. He is now dead, and we saved the egg and brought it back to the dragon.
Oh, bravo. That's wonderful. So you now have quelled the dragon. It no longer wishes to do harm to our forces, so this is great.
It actually had agreed to attack Ket once the egg was made safe.
Oh, you've done such a wonderful thing. This is great.
We do ask something.
Yeah, and this is where the request comes in.
Oh, well, okay.
We've discussed it amongst ourselves and the dragon Aryvistarax. I keep saying that wrong, I know. And we think the egg may be safe the safest place for it is here.
Oh.
Here
In the
tree
grove. Yep.
Oh, I see.
and raised here.
Okay, so you wish to use the protective magics of the tree to protect this young brass dragon.
Yes.
Oh. We've never had such a request before.
Do you remember the dream or the vision I said I had?
Yes.
I wonder if, maybe it was meant to be?
I remember the dream that you told me, yes. This does sound like it is truly fate answering. Yes, bring the egg. I think that would be fine.
On
Yes,
that,
there's some caveats, yep.
the greater concern is clearly the damage that Aryvistarax did here. How the people would feel about that. She would be bringing the egg. We would need to find a way to allow her to come here safely without
People trying to kill him?
yeah, basically without there being a fight.
And she has offered some of quite a large piece of her hoard in payment for what she's done. But again,
It's about getting the
What
the
we
dragon
all have not said is this is the last brass dragon.
that's where I was going to go to that, is that this child would be the one and only brass dragon once her mother is slain, if she should be, but that's the last of their kind. This is the last of the bloodline. It would also,
Well,
it's something that is, well, the last here on Greyhawk. And that thought
There are obvious benefits to doing
of the dragon being here. The closeness to the elves, hopefully that would mean much.
There's also the other side of that.
Yep, there's clear. We know something's happening beyond what has happened to Sintaisha, the battles, the drow showing up in crazy places, much as afoot. Also, we did note and see a large, well, I can't say large, a great ancient worm when we were retrieving a black one. Aryvistarax believes the name is, you're going to have to say that. I can't say that.
Okay.
I look at the
Voribonarax.
Voribonarax,
Yeah.
if that has any meaning to you.
She says
There is movement in the world.
In the end, the elves will choose to help this dragon or not.
She says, well, the one thing about the dragon that the Aryvistarax, is that while, yes, she lost two of her young, and she still has one left, that does not mean that this is the end of brass dragons here. For there is something special about brass dragons that you may not be aware of. They are special. They are special. Now, this probably is the last, and probably the first and last brood that this dragon is able to produce. But her offspring will be born female. And within 500 years, it will be pregnant. automatically with
You have more
three
information.
eggs.
You have more information than we do, which is why we brought, or we will bring, or have Aryvistarax bring the surviving egg here.
So you want to make sure that
All are safe.
this, of course, all are safe, but you also don't want other people knowing that this egg is here. I take
Agreed.
it. Okay.
Well,
That would be its best armor.
Then
Is-
the easiest way to do this would be to have the dragon deliver the egg, but do not have it enter the city. It must land outside somewhere remote. Where
Take human form
yes,
and walk it in.
that would be the best and easiest way. And do you have a way of contacting her?
Yes.
Good. Then I would explain that to her. I would say that probably the best place that you could possibly do this is that up in the mountain, not too far away from Instead, is the royal burial ground. There is actually a royal mausoleum there where countless kings and queens of Celene have been placed for thousands of years. It would probably be easier for her to get there and to change and then to walk down the mountain path. Once she is here, you all can set up a time where you will meet her so you can escort her in. She probably would not be able to make it past the guards at the front because they do not know her. She does not probably carry any special papers. But of course, if one of you were in her company, it would not be a problem for her to pass.
We would be there. My question: how easy would it be to arrange a ranger company? A company
Of rangers
Which would
while
draw
we are fighting in Bissell.
while we are moving from here to there.
You would have to talk to the Queen about that. Val is not here. He's in Bissell, actually.
Yeah.
You might be able to talk to Melda. Maybe she can talk to the Queen and see if we can muster maybe some of the guards. The city guard has been doubled, so maybe we could put together something.
Here's the key. There is nothing more important than ensuring that we can get the dragon and the egg to the tree. There is nothing more important.
Understandable. Okay. Then I'll talk with Melda, and we'll put something together. What is your timeline? When do you
We're
want
having
to do
dinner
this
tonight.
with the Queen?
That maybe we could all speak with Yolanda.
That would be good.
And then from there, perhaps we can make arrangement for it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, probably within the day.
Yeah, you definitely have her ear, so that should not be a problem. Good. And folks, with that, I think this is where we're going to close up shop this evening.
The Mystic Syndicate podcast is the creation of independent producer and host Brian Anderson. Our players are Ed as Sir Thomas Waverly, Mike G. Pav as Sir Kelex Zelenen, Melinda as Grenna Babbleboots, Russ as Járngrímur, Mike as Kiffi Blackhammer, and Glenn as Timble Snivenblaven. You can visit our podcast page at tmsyndicate.podbean.com. You can also leave a comment and subscribe to our X page at TMSYND. You can also watch our live shows on YouTube at www.youtube.com at The Mystic Syndicate 1473.